Hi, welcome to Making All the Plans. I'm Connie, and if we haven't met before, I'm a busy mom of 2 active kids, and both my husband and I have full-time careers. My goal is to share with you how I stay on top of all life throws at me in one planner so that you might be able to do the same. This week, I was in the mood to play with some stamps, so I pulled this Paper Rose Studio, and it's new. You can tell because I haven't put a label on it yet. I have some Technique Tuesday stamps, as well as some Heidi Swapp stamps. I also pulled my flowers sticker book from Happy Planner just for some floral element, and I didn't want to spend time coloring stamps this week, so I did go ahead and just pull some stickers with some color in them. And the first thing I wanted to do was use that Paper Rose Studio stamp to just stamp a background here of text. I'm not even sure what the text says. I think it had something to do with creativity. However, I'm not going to read the stamp. It's there just for the visual appeal. So I am just going to mask off the space that I don't want to stamp with some scrap paper and then stamp that down. And as you can see, it didn't stamp perfectly, and that's kind of the way I wanted it. So I tried to go heavy in some spots with the ink and lighter in other areas, and it kind of got that faded and worn look to it. And then I decided to pull these florals and put on top just to overlap and to bring some color in. I will say that these stickers are not sticky at all, and I don't think they're that old, but once I peel this up, it never sticks back down right again. And it happens in multiple places, so it's not just because I had it over top of the ink or anything like that. So it's very odd, and there are a couple places during the video where I will tape down the stickers that I pull up. However, I am going to have to go back through and tape down everywhere that I had peeled up a corner. I'm hoping that I don't have to completely re-tape everything, but we'll just go with it. Then I found this little stamp that says, "You don't need to have everything figured out," which I feel like that is good for a faith page. And I'm trying to stay somewhat minimal on all of my pages because I like to leave it more functional. I also only have really one sheet of these stickers that I want to use. I don't really want to mix in the other stickers, so I'm trying to use them sparingly. But I did pull out these like random dot stickers that I'm going to put around some florals. Oh, and the washi tape, of course. I can't do a page without washi tape. I did also just highlight the prayer list so that it brought a little bit more color into it. Now I'm going to flip over to my tasks page, and I am going to keep in mind that I will be on a business trip Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. It's pretty much 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday until probably 6 o'clock on Friday. So I need to be realistic about what I can and can't do this week. I will be able to do a few things in the evening while I'm gone, but I don't want to overplan it because I will be in a data center for 3 days. And when I get done at the data center each day, I'm exhausted. Standing on the hard floor in a data center just really takes it out of me. So I want to make sure that I don't overplan the things that I'm going to do in the evenings. That being said, I am going to try to decorate this page up a little bit, and I wanted to use this font set from Heidi Swapp to put my goals in at the top of the columns. And the first one, of course, is making all the plans, and I stamped a test stamp, and I didn't like how far apart the letters were, so I tried to scooch them closer together, and they're not sticking on the block. They just keep falling off. And I wasn't sure if it was the block or if it was me or if it was new stamps, but they kept falling off. So then I tried a different block and I tried to squish them close together. And I don't think that I really would ever be able to get them much closer than that test stamp there. So that's kind of a bummer. I don't normally need to spread them out that far. I do try to stamp it, and I just don't like it. I don't like how it overlapped the washi tape. So I did try and wash off the washi tape and save it, but I couldn't. So I switch out the washi tape, I white everything out, and then I just go for stickers. I'm really bummed about the Heidi Swapp stamps. They are brand new. I think I ordered them maybe at after Christmas, I think. And I just used them for the first time. So it's really a bummer that they didn't work. I've not had that problem with her stamps before. I might reach out to support just to see what the deal is. And I also can't remember if it was like a freebie of some sort. So I'll have to look at that as well. I do still like the smiley faces and the arrows that are in there, and those seem to stick okay to the block, so I'm really not sure. I did try to wipe down the sticky side with my baby wipe, which normally helps it get sticky again, and that didn't work either. So again, I'm kind of at a loss, but we'll move on. It will be okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is just write in the tasks for this week for my goals. And for making all the plans, I want to do my 429 weekly. I want to work on photo maintenance number 1. And then I did put Insta 1, 2, and 3. And if I don't get them all done, that's fine. But I like to put them in there because that's my high goal. Research and development, module 4, comments on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And then I did put channel maintenance in here. I would like to do a little bit of tweaking to my playlists. So we'll see if I have time for that. And then for personal, a weigh-in, 3 runs, hopefully, 2 strength trainings, and yoga. So hopefully strength training on Monday and Tuesday, runs on Wednesday, Thursday, and then either Saturday or Friday, and then yoga on Sunday. And I am not putting anything for my home goals, and that is around getting my son driving. And his driver's test is in May, so I have a little bit of time. I am going to decorate this page just a little bit more than I normally do. I'm just going to put a floral down here as well. And again, I lift up the floral in order to tuck the washi tape underneath it, and it doesn't stick again. And I don't think it's just because I was putting it over top of the washi tape. I will come back in and tape it down, but it still is popping up. So I'm not really sure. I might have to actually go in and put some glue down in order for it to stay. But it's kind of frustrating because, again, it's not like these products are super old. I do try to rub the flour to get the adhesive a little sticky again and maybe make it stick, but that did not work either. Now I'm going to flip over to my task block area, and the only note that I'm putting on here is professional travel, so I can remember that the reason why I didn't schedule a ton of things is because of that. And I am going to just copy all of my tasks over from making all the plans. I haven't quite figured out the best way to use this area yet, so this is still a work in progress, but I do like it. I just haven't quite used it to its full potential yet. This is the 4th week of Q2, and so I've been using this planner now for 3 weeks. This will be the 4th, and again, I'm just trying to tweak it just enough to make it make more sense for me. So I do go ahead and move all these tasks over and estimate the number of task blocks that I think each will take, and a task block is a half an hour or a Pomodoro if you like to measure it that way. I also have a map of my ideal week or my typical week, and because I will be gone 3 days out of the week, I only have 23 available task blocks for the week, and I have estimated that I have 31 task blocks to complete. So again, some things will probably have to fall off, and that could be the research and development module 4, as well as 1 or 2 of the Insta posts. We'll just have to see. Now let's jump over to the weekly section, and I'm just drawing lines at the top because I like to leave a little bit of area in case there's a birthday or something specific going on this day that isn't necessarily related to a time. So in a minute, I will put up at the top my kids' testing schedules for the state tests. And this planner doesn't come with times down the side, but I prefer to actually have it timed out instead of just writing random things. I kind of like to block things off and note what times meetings are, appointments are, and whatnot, so that I can visually see how much time I have between a meeting, let's say at work. Or my kid's gonna have soccer practice for 2 hours, so do I come home during that time? Do I stay there and work in the car? I just like to be able to visualize that time and where I will be during the week. Then I am using this washi tape so that I can divide the top section, which is all time-based events, from the bottom section, which are just things that I would like to accomplish in the empty spots during the day. So I will have a space for making all the plans tasks and my home tasks. My work tasks are in a separate notebook now, so that I can kind of keep my work life a little bit separate from my personal life. I do put my meeting items on this calendar though, just so I can get an overview of my entire day and my entire week here in this planner. My work notebook does not have any calendar necessarily to it. I just write the day, I write a list of the meetings that I have at work, and then I take my notes and write my tasks for the day. And I am really going to jump around on this particular week spread. I usually like to put in the things that I absolutely have to do first and then plan everything else around it. So right now I'm just dropping in the trip that I have this week. So I have to pick up the rental car at 8 and then I am planning on dropping it off by 6 on Friday. I did debate on whether I should mark it off like this for work or if I should have just marked off from 8 a.m. on Wednesday to 6 p.m. on Friday and marked it all as work, because really I don't know how long and when I'll have to be at the data center. But my hope is usually that when I leave for dinner in the evening, then I can be done and I can rest until the next day. But that is really dependent on how much we get done. So after I dropped in my work stuff, I am writing in my making all the plans tasks. And I do have a spot for some home tasks, but I'll be honest, I may not write anything in those. Monday and Tuesday, I will be prepping meals and packing and doing laundry. And then when I get back, it will be laundry and then grocery shopping for the next week and all over again. So I'm not sure that I will do any extra home stuff this particular week. I did try to make sure that I had moved all of my tasks for the week over to that making all the plans section at the bottom. I am also going to drop in my fitness plan. Hopefully on Monday and Tuesday I can work out. Wednesday, I don't think I will have time. I'll have to just finish packing and get ready for the day and go into work. I am going to put a dot on Wednesday evening, Thursday, and Friday to hopefully get a run in some point those days. And if not, hopefully 2 of those days, and then I can run on Saturday. But I would like to try to do something other than stand on the data center floor those days. I am dropping my kids' items in even on the days where I won't be around to help chauffeur. It will be really handy when my son finally gets his license. But my daughter has cheer clinic and my son has soccer on Monday and Wednesday, and of course, they overlap. So I'll have to talk to my husband about whether or not he wants me to help get rides or if he thinks he can handle it all by himself. But this is definitely one of the reasons why I like to plan my week ahead so that I can actually look and see, oh no, I'm going to be gone on Wednesday. Both kids have to be in different places on Wednesday evening, and it gives me a chance to think and plan and ask for help where needed. So I know that Monday and Tuesday are going to be a little tricky as well. I normally only go into the office Tuesdays and Thursdays and then as needed. However, since I'm going to be out of town Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for work, and Tuesday is just naturally an in the office type of day, but it's also my day that is completely full of meetings, and this Tuesday is even worse than normal, I really do need to go in on Monday as well. Thankfully, I don't necessarily have to be there the whole day, but there is stuff that still needs to get done, even though I'm going to be gone on a trip for the data center. There are other projects that are still in process that need to be worked on. I also need to pack the supplies at the office that need to go to the data center, so I need to do that on Monday as well. But I also need to be home in time to take my son to soccer. So I was able to count back and figure that out. And if I haven't finished my work that I need to have done, I will go ahead and do that while my son is at soccer practice. But hopefully, I'll be able to run and pick up groceries at the grocery store and do some making all the planned stuff in the car. So this is what my week looks like so far. I do have daily sheets that I will complete at least on Monday and Tuesday, and then also on Saturday and Sunday, which I am not planning Saturday and Sunday yet. I don't know what is going on exactly this particular weekend, so I'm just going to let it be either until Wednesday or maybe even Friday when I get home. I am going to drop in my normal sections for dinner plans, my errands, and my communications, and then I'm going to throw in my to pack section so that I don't forget anything that I need to pack for my trip. I will go ahead and drop in a little bit more decor. I basically have a few more stickers that I might as well use from this page because there aren't enough left to mix and match unless I wanted to go with the brighter pink that was behind it. So I will go ahead and drop the rest of these florals down, and then I will also stamp another quote that says happiness is a form of courage, as well as put in some more of those dot stamps around the floral images. Other than my daily sheets that I will do each morning or each night before, this is my spread and this is the plan for the week. Thanks for coming along with me. If you like this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!